As we've started talking in this new ministry year about enjoying God through fresh rhythms and practices, one of the habits that we talked about is silence, and I've been trying to incorporate more time just alone in stillness and silence with God, and a silence retreat was kind of the next obvious step. I signed up to go, not really knowing what to expect other than obviously silence, but not knowing what I would find there. It was a one-day retreat, and started out with some time with the other people that were there talking about what to expect and how to let go of expectations and just be open and present to what God had for me that day. A roadblock that I experience just most of the time when going into silence, whether it's 2 minutes of silence in the daily office or preparing and being in silence for this longer piece, I tend to try to control and think through the aspects and what I want out of something. And so I think one of the roadblocks for me was being able to truly let go of the control and give that time and space to God, and just being able to say, okay, here I am. Like, no, really, I'm here and I don't have an agenda. What do you have? So I decided after some time, I had about a half an hour before lunch, and decided to take some time to just walk away from the books and go outside and see if there was anything for me. And so I walked down by the lake with no particular plan or intention, just to be where I could be open to God and His guiding, and walked down by the lake and just kind of opened my hands like, all right, what now? Just open myself to God, who do you say I am? And immediately He showed me squirrels, which kind of struck me funny, and I laughed a little bit at God's sense of humor. In that moment, I got the message from God, that the reminder that I am playful and fun, and that just put a smile on my face and shifted things for me. And being in that space and in that silence and being recognized by Him. And I just spent some time watching the squirrel play and watch as it had a piece of food, and thinking through the ways that God provides for the squirrel and the way that God was providing for me even in that moment. Coming away from the silent retreat, I loved the feeling that I had there, and I want to find ways and spaces to keep that. And I can go out in nature, out in my backyard, and I can sit and be with God, whether it's for 20 minutes, an hour, whatever the time is that I have. But I think I needed that all-day experience to have Him meet me there and realize that it doesn't have to look or be a certain way, that as long as I am all in and ready to be with God, that He's there for me.